Welcome to That's Entertainment Law, where we dive into the most compelling legal cases making the headlines. I'm your host, attorney Ethan Bearman, and today we're discussing the upcoming trial of Alec Baldwin. It's scheduled to begin with jury selection on July 9th, 2024, stemming from the tragic incident that resulted in a death on the set of the movie Rust. On October 21st, 2021, a fatal shooting occurred on the set of Rust, a Western film being shot in New Mexico on location. Alec Baldwin was practicing a cross draw in a church on the set of the film when the Colt .45 revolver fired a live round, not a blank, fatally striking the 42-year-old cinematographer Halyna Hutchins and injuring director Joel Souza. This incident shocked the whole film industry and the public, as you know, raising significant questions about safety protocols on movie sets. Sadly, though, this is not unfamiliar territory for the movie industry, as other tragic deaths have occurred on sets, over the decades. The more recent one that many people might remember is Brandon Lee, the breakthrough star son of Bruce Lee. On March 31st, 1993, while filming what ended up being a critical and commercial success, the movie The Crow, Brandon Lee tragically died from a wound caused by a firearm malfunction. The lead tip of a bullet from a previous scene had stayed in the barrel of a handgun and ruptured a major blood vessel when a blank was subsequently shot at Lee, resulting in his death. Fast forward to today. Alec Baldwin faces charges of involuntary manslaughter. Involuntary. The prosecution argues that Baldwin's handling of the firearm was negligent, contributing to the tragic accident. The trial will undoubtedly be closely watched around the world, given Baldwin's huge profile and the gravity of the charges. It's pretty wild. But Baldwin isn't the only one facing legal repercussions from that incident. You may recall Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, the film's armorer, who was responsible for the weapons on set, has already had her day in court. In March 2024, she was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. She was the one responsible for the weapons. She was sentenced to 18 months in prison. This episode of That's Entertainment Law is brought to you by the Bearman Firm. Do you have a case that's related to the state of California? Is it a contract dispute? Are you upset with a business partner? Are you in the entertainment business? Give us a call now for a free consultation, 747-BEARMAN, 747-232-7626, or visit our website at thebearmanfirm.com. Now, an interesting development in Baldwin's upcoming trial is the status of Gutierrez-Reed as a witness. Recently, a New Mexico judge ruled that she will not be compelled to testify. During a hearing on June 21st, 2024, just recently, Gutierrez-Reed's attorney stated that she would not cooperate and intended to invoke her Fifth Amendment rights if called to the stand. The judge agreed, deciding it would not be reasonable to force her testimony, potentially creating a mini trial within Baldwin's trial. This ruling means the prosecution will have to build their case against Baldwin without direct testimony from Gutierrez-Reed, who had been considered a key witness. Prosecutors argued she was crucial for establishing whether Baldwin had subjective awareness of the risks associated with handling the firearm. Despite this setback, the trial is set to proceed, and both sides are preparing for what promises to be a highly scrutinized legal battle. Further, Baldwin requested to dismiss the indictment outright. His attorneys claimed that the state had intentionally destroyed key evidence. It was the firearm in the shooting. The firearm was destroyed, which denies the defense a chance to review for potentially exculpatory evidence, meaning evidence that would exonerate Alec Baldwin, show that he wasn't responsible. The FBI says that firearm was damaged in their testing that was done after the shooting. So Judge Mary Marlowe Summer denied the request in an order issued just this last Friday, June 28th, 2024. I just want to comment on that for a second. Not having access to a key piece of evidence is seriously problematic for the defense to be able to potentially prove that their client, Alec Baldwin, was not responsible for this in any way. Regardless, my personal opinion is this is a failure of prosecutorial discretion. Alec Baldwin relies entirely on an armorer who is the responsible party on the set. Now, I know that they claim he was an executive producer, but what most people outside of the movie business don't necessarily know is executive producers may be essentially in name only. Alec Baldwin maybe put up some money. Maybe he was just doing it to get an extra % or 2 for taking a lower pay on the film. I don't know that he was hands-on in any way related to this firearm other than personally, literally being hands-on with the firearm. So the prosecutors, I mean, they have discretion whether or not to proceed with the charges against Alec Baldwin. Here they chose. I'm not sure that was the right choice to proceed. I just don't. I mean, he's an actor, for crying out loud. A professional licensed armorer was there responsible for the firearm and the ammunition that was being loaded, i.e. a blank. So as we approach the trial date, we'll keep you updated on all the key developments and insights. The Rust incident has, as you know, already had a significant impact on discussions about safety in the film industry again. And Baldwin's trial will likely influence more of these conversations. Stay tuned to That's Entertainment Law for continuing coverage on this case and other major legal stories. Don't forget to subscribe, click that like button, leave us a review if you enjoy our content. Thank you for listening. I'm attorney Ethan Bearman, and this has been That's Entertainment Law. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe. Disclaimer: That's Entertainment Law, including its guests and hosts, are not giving out legal advice, but discussing general legal issues. That's Entertainment Law does not guarantee that the legal issues discussed are fully accurate, and it's not specific to whatever legal issues you may be experiencing. None of this advice is to be acted upon in your situation. Please seek legal advice from a licensed attorney in your jurisdiction for your individual legal matter.